Welcome back, Barca fans. The buzz around Barcelona is louder than ever as Fermin Lopez shines bright with a stunning performance in the Joan Gamper Trophy, sparking calls for him to become a regular starter this season. Meanwhile, Marcus Rashford faces registration hurdles but could be the surprise striker for the La Liga opener against Mallorca. We'll also dive into the latest on Marc-Andre ter Stegen's captaincy comeback, the potential US La Liga showdown in Miami, and transfer rumors swirling around Barca's young stars like Iñaki Peña and Fermin himself. Stay tuned for all the updates and what this means for the upcoming campaign. Supporters of La Liga giants Barcelona have over the last 24 hours called for a member of the club's midfield ranks to be pushed into an automatic starting role this coming season. The player in question? Fermin Lopez. Youngster Fermin is for his part fresh off a fine individual display on Sunday evening. Made use of from the off in Barcelona's Joan Gamper Trophy meeting with Como, the Spanish international played a starring role en route to a 5-0 triumph. Fermin was responsible for each of the Blaugrana's first 2 goals on the night, one of which came in spectacular fashion. The 22-year-old's performance, though, was so much more than simply his production in the final third. Fermin also linked play in impressive fashion, all whilst maintaining his trademark relentless work rate when out of possession. And as alluded to above, the significance of such efforts on the part of the attack-minded midfielder has not been lost on those of a Barcelona persuasion. In fact, in the aftermath of Sunday's clash, many have been quick to urge boss Hansi Flick to favor Fermin to the first-choice Dani Olmo to start the new season. Barcelona president Joan Laporta has revealed that Marcus Rashford might not be registered in time to play at the start of the new La Liga season. Although Rashford joined the club on loan from Manchester United last month and has already featured in pre-season friendlies, providing an assist against Como, there's still uncertainty over his eligibility for the opening match against Mallorca this Saturday. The 27-year-old remains unregistered due to Barcelona's ongoing financial challenges, but Laporta remains hopeful the situation will be resolved soon. The Spanish top flight has financial fair play rules which Barcelona struggle to comply with in terms of their salary, and they are trying to find a way of getting Rashford and other summer signings to be registered within the restrictions. Joan Garcia has also been signed from Espanyol this summer, as has Rooney Bargi from Copenhagen. There has been a strange situation with goalkeeper Marc-Andre ter Stegen this summer that has now been resolved as the German agreed to sign a medical consent form after back surgery, allowing Barcelona to free up half of his wages as he will be out for at least 4 months. Ter Stegen had refused to do so initially and the club threatened legal action against him. With that sorted, Laporta is hopeful that other players can be registered, but is not certain it will be done this week. According to Sport, it has come to light that Marcus Rashford is emerging as a genuine option to start as Barcelona's number 9 in their La Liga opener against Mallorca. The outlet mentions that with Robert Lewandowski sidelined through injury and Ferran Torres dealing with fatigue, Hansi Flick may turn to the English forward to spearhead the attack. Rashford, who was signed primarily to strengthen the left wing, has been forced into a central role due to the current circumstances. Impressive start under Flick. He impressed during Barcelona's Asian tour and continued to show promising signs in the Joan Gamper Trophy clash against Como. Although he did not find the back of the net in the 5-0 win, he contributed with a valuable assist and linked up well with his teammates in the final third. In that game, Rashford started up front but was replaced at halftime by Ferran Torres. The plan is that if Ferran completes a strong week of training and reaches full fitness, he will likely take the starting striker role against Mallorca. However, Lewandowski's injury makes him a serious doubt for the match, opening the door for Rashford to step in if needed. Flick won't hesitate to back Rashford. The decision may come down to how Ferran feels closer to the match. If there are any doubts about his readiness, Flick has already shown he is not afraid to trust Rashford in the role. The Englishman's adaptability and recent performances have given the coach confidence in his ability to deliver. His quick acclimatization to the squad and his work rate in recent matches suggest that starting him would not be a gamble. Now, it will be interesting to see if Flick hands Rashford the opportunity to begin the season as Barcelona's main striker, which would give him the perfect stage to rediscover the spark that once made him one of Europe's most dangerous forwards. Como has officially submitted a formal request to sign Barcelona goalkeeper Iñaki Peña following the recent Joan Gamper Trophy friendly match between the two clubs, which Barcelona won 5-0. This move was expected and took place right after the game in Barcelona. Iñaki Peña is into the final year of his contract with Barcelona and is looking to play regular first-team football at the age of 26. As things stand, the Spaniard is the only candidate that Como are considering for their goalkeeping position. They are not, however, the only club that are interested in signing Iñaki Peña from Barcelona this summer. Como's evaluations are ongoing, and there are two important factors to consider. Firstly is the expected cost of the operation, which is expected to be considerable despite the keeper's contractual situation in Barcelona. Secondly is the confidence that Como have in their current starter Jean Buttes, who only joined the club in January. Como are making evaluations on both keepers and will soon decide whether to move on from Buttes and onto Iñaki Peña instead. The Spanish Football Federation, RFEF, has given its approval to a request from La Liga clubs Barcelona and Villarreal to play a league match in Miami this season. ESPN reported on Sunday that RFEF executives were set to discuss the issue in a board meeting on Monday, in the first step in a process which would see a Spanish First Division game being played overseas for the first time. Villarreal are due to host Barcelona on matchday 17 in La Liga this season, scheduled for the weekend of December 20, 2025. Both clubs have now asked for the game to be played at Miami's Hard Rock Stadium, rather than Villarreal's Estadio de la Ceramica. In its meeting on August 11, 2025, the board of the RFEF has learnt of the request from clubs Villarreal CF and FC Barcelona to play their matchday 17 First Division game in the United States, the RFEF said in a statement on Monday. After receiving and reviewing the paperwork received, and after the approval of the board, the RFEF will pass on the request to UEFA to begin the procedures for FIFA's prior authorization of the game at Hard Rock Stadium, Miami, on December 20, 2025, in accordance with FIFA's international game regulations and the applicable rules approved by the RFEF. Playing a competitive match in the United States has long been a top priority for La Liga, with league president Javier Tebas telling ESPN last year that he hoped to do so during the 2025-26 campaign. La Liga's first bid to play a game in Miami involved a match between Barcelona and Girona in January 2019, but the league was forced to back down after the plan met opposition from the RFEF, UEFA and FIFA. In 2024, FIFA set up a working group to analyze the consequences of playing competitive domestic matches overseas, having previously opposed the concept. The move came after FIFA and the U.S. Soccer Federation faced legal action from La Liga's U.S. partners, Relevant Sports, over the blocking of the league's proposal. The parties later reached an agreement, and the suit was dismissed, while the RFEF is also now supportive of the plans under new president Rafael Lauzon. Here's a quick update on some recent football news. Barcelona have reinstated Marc-Andre ter Stegen as captain following the resolution of his injury-related dispute with the club. Yamal scored twice as Barcelona crushed Como in a dominant performance. Inigo Martinez has left Barcelona and signed with Al Nassr as a free agent. Additionally, Italy's Football Federation has approved Serie A's plan to play the upcoming league match between AC Milan and Como, set for February in Australia. In the case of Villarreal versus Barcelona, all the federations involved, the RFEF, USSF, UEFA, CONCACAF and FIFA, would need to sign off on the move. The Spanish Supercopa is already played abroad, with the RFEF holding the competition in Saudi Arabia in 2020, 2022, 2023, 2024 and 2025. Fermin Lopez has addressed the transfer rumors linking him to the Premier League, telling Barcelona fans that they can relax about his future at the club. The 22-year-old attacker, who has scored 19 goals in 88 appearances since breaking into the first team in 2023, was an important part of Hansi Flick's squad that won the Copa del Rey, La Liga, and Spanish Super Cup last season. Even though he signed a new contract last October that keeps him at Camp Nou until 2029, speculation has been rising that he might leave before the transfer deadline. Clubs like Manchester United and Chelsea have shown strong interest, with Chelsea reportedly willing to offer Christopher Nkunku in a swap deal for Lopez. However, Lopez remains a key player in Flick's plans at Barcelona, and it's understood that the club would only consider selling him if he pushed for a move himself. Your ultimate guide to the football season. In the mixer, exclusive analysis, FPL tips and transfer talk sent straight to your inbox every week. Sign up, it's an open goal. But reports emanating out of Barcelona at the weekend claimed Lopez was not planning on changing teams and the player's intention has always been to stay with the club he joined at the age of just 13. Lopez has now confirmed that these reports are true and underlined that his dream to continue defending the colors of his boyhood team. Lopez told Mundo Deportivo that he fully intends to remain at Barcelona, calling it his dream to stay and contribute to the team. Despite all the rumors, he's committed to defending the club's colors and giving his best effort on the pitch, reassuring fans that they don't need to worry about his future. He's also optimistic about the club's recent transfer activity and is glad that the disagreement between Marc-Andre ter Stegen and Barcelona has been settled. The new players are doing very well and they will help us a lot, Lopez added. Marc is the first captain and we respect him a lot. What's happened is external. Barca ran out 5-0 winners over Cesc Fabregas Como in the final match of their preseason schedule on Sunday, and Lopez felt the game was great preparation for the new campaign, which gets underway at Mallorca on Saturday. It was a great match for the entire team and it will be good for us, Lopez, who scored a first-half brace in the clash, continued. Hard work is non-negotiable and the pressure is high, just like last year when we performed very well. We'll have to keep it up. That's all for today's deep dive into Barcelona's latest news and transfer updates. With Fermin Lopez proving he's ready for a bigger role, Rashford's La Liga registration drama, and historic plans for a La Liga match in Miami, the 2025-26 season is shaping up to be a thrilling ride for Barca supporters. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay ahead of all things Barcelona and football. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Fermin should start regularly? And will Rashford lead the line? Let's discuss.